Oh, what a web we weave when we practice to deceive. Wrestle UTA fans, is this really what you look for in your heroes? Liars, cheaters, frauds. I mean, is this what you expect? How many of you in Charlotte, North Carolina were legitimately surprised when once again your resident hero, your so-called bona fide Hall of Famer, Spectre, came out and actually face palmed a woman, a defenseless woman, to the floor? Tried to terrorize her with a can of Febreze. I mean, is this really what you look for in your heroes? Ah, Spectre. The more things change, the more they stay the same. That's never been more truer today than it was about a year and a half ago in BACW. You see, Spectre, I like how you come out on Twitter, in your promos, and in your actions in and around the ring. I like that. I really, really do. And I'll tell you the reason why. The fans of Wrestle UTA, and most specifically those in Charlotte, North Carolina last night, got to see Spectre for who he really was. A liar, a cheat, a fraud. Now, here's the great thing about this, Spectre. You came back to Wrestle UTA in order to save the company from this evil Jezebel Vanessa and her equally evil client. Whatever you think that I am to Vanessa and Sean Jackson. You came back because you felt the need to save something. You came back to Wrestle UTA because you felt the need to once again be the hero of Wrestle UTA, an organization that you have not even been a part of in 9 years. Bear with me, folks, I'm making a point here. And I want everyone to pay real close attention, and that includes you too, Spectre. I mean, I want you to pay real close attention, because I'm about to drop some more knowledge, just like I did on Ian Michael Williams. See, that's what I do. I drop knowledge down on individuals that are too blind to see. Here is the reason why Spectre, after 9 years, came back to Wrestle UTA. And don't get me wrong, fans of Wrestle UTA, he didn't come back for you. He didn't come back for any of you. No. Your hero, Spectre, could care less about any of you. How do I know this? Because first off, he's a liar. Second of all, he's a cheater. And thirdly, he's a fraud. He's a fraud because he wants so desperately for you, the fans of Wrestle UTA, to see him as something that he's not. Y'all have picked him out as your hero, just like they did in BACW, just like they've done everywhere that Spectre has gone. They've wanted him to be the hero. Oh, and don't get me wrong. Spectre is loved by a lot of people because he genuinely cares about himself. Spectre didn't come back to wrestle UTA for any of you. He came back for himself because Spectre has a bruised ego. Spectre, back last year, year and a half ago, was the BACW heavyweight champion. And direct line to be the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. And all of a sudden, in comes in a newcomer. An individual that wasn't even on Spectre's radar. Wasn't even a blip. All of a sudden, things started going downhill for the Spectre. He loses the BACW Heavyweight Championship to yours truly, Shawn Jackson. But don't get me wrong, I didn't come in as a liar or as a cheater or as a fraud. No. I didn't come in as any of that. I came in specifically as the mental rapist, Shawn Jackson. I told the wrestling world exactly the reason why I was there. I told the wrestling world exactly what I was after. I told the wrestling world that my target was the Spectre. It's not my fault that he refused to listen. It's not my fault that he refused to see. It's not my fault at all. It's not my fault that prior to 2009, Spectre didn't even know I existed. Spectre didn't care to know that I existed. He knows I exist now. Oh, by the way, Spectre, I do this because I know it bugs the hell out of you. But in getting back to the story at hand, I take the BACW Heavyweight Championship belt from Spectre. Oh, legitimately inside the ring, of course, because I'm a firm believer in championships are won and lost inside the ring. Yes, I demanded a match with the Spectre, and Spectre, underestimating me, not thinking me to be capable, agrees to the match. And I become the BACW Heavyweight Champion. And because of that, Spectre's never really gotten over it. I'm also the man that ended Spectre's NWA World Heavyweight Championship run. So you see, people, if you really want to know why Spectre's back and Wrestle UTA, it's not because of any of you. It's because of me. It's because of Shawn Jackson. You see, I've already become the UTA Heavyweight Champion. And that is something that bugs the crap out of Spectre every moment of his life. I am right now ranked number 2 in the power rankings for Wrestle UTA. And that bugs the crap out of Spectre. And why does it bug the crap out of Spectre? Because he's trying to protect something. And it's none of you. It's not even Wrestle UTA. It's the UTA Hall of Fame. You see, Spectre is a bona fide Hall of Famer with Wrestle UTA. So that's the reason why he's here. That's the reason why that Spectre showed up at Black Horizon and cost me the UTA Heavyweight Championship. That's the reason why that Madman Zielinski right now, an individual with one foot in the grave and the other foot barely holding on, is now your UTA champion. You see, In retrospect, I'm quite sure that Spectre would have loved to have put the championship belt on Abdul bin Hussein, because as we all know now, he's since been released and would have been an easy target to take the title from. Look at me. I'm 6'2", 220 pounds, a world champion multiple times over. And then you have Madman Zelensky. Like I said, a man with a foot in the grave and the other one barely holding on. Well under 200 pounds and no match for the Spectre. So you see, Spectre didn't come here for you. He didn't come here for the fans of Wrestle UTA. He came back for himself because of jealousy. Isn't that right, Spectre? You came back because of jealousy. Well, Spectre, you can come out with all the Klondike Bar conspiracies, the Febreze. You could be the commercial king for all I'm concerned. I'm here for one reason and one reason only. And I said it back in 2012, and I'll say it again, Spectre. The reason why I'm here is you. See, I knew that you were a bona fide Hall of Famer with Wrestle UTA, just like I knew of your long-standing status with BACW. Why do you think I chose it? Because, you know, when you're an individual first coming to a company, a brand new, a wrestling organization, and you're brand new, you don't go after the janitor. You go after the top man. You go after the big dog. And Spectre, everyone knows you. Now everyone knows Sean Jackson. So you see, Spectre, you've been doing this all for yourself. Me, I've been doing this for standing. Now then, all the Wrestle UTA fans in Charlotte, North Carolina got to see you face palm a woman. They got to see you physically attack a woman. See, I am developing a following, Spectre. A following of individuals that used to cheer for you, who used to look at you as a hero. I don't know if you noticed it or not, Spectre, but when we were leaving Charlotte, North Carolina, I saw the look of shock. I saw the look of shame on the faces of those people who have kids who idolize the Spectre. They finally got to see you for what you really are, a liar. You came in at Black Horizon and you stated that you would call the match right down the middle, that you would make sure that no one got in and no one got out. You did not keep that promise to the people. 2, you are a cheater. I say this because you cheated the fans of Wrestle UTA, the fans that showed up at Black Horizon there in Miami, Florida, and you cheated them out of a triple threat match between Madman Zelensky, Abdul bin Hussein, and myself. And I know the reason why. Triple tier. Circus of fun. No, wait. The triple threat. Triple tier. Circus of fun. Oh, Spectre, I'm so far in your head, that's not even funny. For all those people who have followed Spectre, even in his time in BACW and the NWA, they know how big you were on the triple tier circus of fun. They know that you wanted that triple threat, triple tier circus of fun between yourself, Derek Cheap Shot Parks, and myself. And coincidentally, was for the BACW Heavyweight Championship. That's what you wanted. So you see, Spectre. Whereas you come out smelling what you were trying to get rid of in Charlotte, North Carolina last night, I come out of this smelling like a rose, because the people see us for what we really are. They see me. Well, I'll admit it. I'm not a nice person. But I haven't lied. I am a mean individual. I'm not denying that. But I'm not a cheater. And thirdly, Spectre, I have been truthful from the moment I stepped in to Wrestle UTA. I told the world exactly what I was going to do and why I was here. So, thirdly, I'm not a fraud. So, as you sit there, and as I know you're going to be watching this video, Spectre, understand that little by little, that trickle of individuals that are coming over to me, that are seeing you for what you truly are, pretty soon, Spectre, it won't be a trickle anymore. See, you may claim that you're here to save Wrestle UTA, but we know it is to save your deal with the Hall of Fame. But on the offhand chance that what you say is true, that you're really here in Wrestle UTA to save it from me, you're not doing a good job of it, Spectre. You're not doing a good job at all, because again, the following is going to start coming. But enough about you, Spectre. Fans of Wrestle UTA, like I said, I have not lied to you. I told you the reason why I was here. I told you why I came to Wrestle UTA. I'm not a cheater. I have never cheated you fans out of anything. When my name was put on the line to wrestle, I've wrestled. I have not no-showed. I have not failed in anything. So therefore, I'm not a fraud. Don't follow the frauds. Expect more of your heroes. Demand more of them. Demand that they do what they say they're going to do. Your heroes, your faces, they're supposed to be there for you. They're supposed to be representing you. But yet, look at what those types are doing in the real world. They're just like politicians. They'll tell you what they want you to hear, so you'll vote for them. And then when they get in, they take things from you. They'll take your money. They'll take your property. They'll take your dignity. They'll take everything from you. Whereas me, I don't plan on taking a single thing from you. Not at all. You see, if anyone is like you fans of Wrestle UTA, it's me. Not Madman Zelensky. Not Spectre. And definitely not Ian Michael Williams. You know why Spectre wants me to leave Vanessa? Do you want to know why Spectre wants me away from Vanessa? Real simple. Before I met Vanessa, I was a nobody. I wasn't even a blip on the radar. And that's exactly how Spectre likes it. He wants us to be nobodies. He wants us to be in awe of him. He wants us to be beneath him. But ever since I met Vanessa, I've not been beneath him. Ever since I met Vanessa, I've been the world champion. Everywhere I've gone, I've been the heavyweight champion. And Spectre can't stand it. So he wants to come here. He wants to lie to you. He wants to pull the wool over your faces. But don't let him. Don't let him, because you're smarter than what Spectre gives you credit for. You're more intelligent than that. Follow me and Vanessa. Follow us all the way to the top of WrestleUTA. Follow us all the way to the top of the wrestling landscape. Or continue to be dirt under Spectre's shoes. Because I promise you, what Spectre's doing here in WrestleUTA is not for you, it's for himself. I promise you. You follow me, and you will get to live your lives through me. Of course, you won't be able to drill your knee through the back of your boss's skull. But every time that I deliver the high knee into the back of someone's skull, you can imagine it's you. Think about it. Would you much rather live your life through the dull, drab Spectre, or through the mental rapist, Shawn Jackson?